Hi, we're back live to you guys with another episode of Brandon Family Counseling. Now, we had to take a brief intermission because our sponsors is what keeps us live on the air. We have recently interviewed Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the Smiths. We're going to refrain from using their first names because it's just too close, and I have a confidentiality agreement that I must uphold. Now, this couple, very interesting couple. They have a not so big size of a family. They have one boy, one girl, 6 years old and 3 years old. Also, we find that they've known each other for quite some time. And we're going to talk about what it is that makes their marriage so special, why they got married in the first place, the challenges that they have, and obviously the resolutions. We're going to end with the resolutions, and I'm going to leave it up to the viewers. You guys can feel free to email me, those that have my email. You can email me, and I will get back to you. I'll let you know what I think, but please feel free to let me know what you think, and we'll keep this open and honest. What I want you guys to pretty much tell me is if you believe that the therapy worked. We'll also rate, are the Smiths going to make it as a marriage? So I would like to see those that are for the marriage, those that feel that they should just dissolve the marriage. And we're also going to discuss some interesting facts about them being married in a time like this, as far as being married back in like the 60s or 70s. You'll be interested to know that those facts have changed tremendously, and there are some key variables that make that happen. Okay, now with no further ado, we're going to get into this presentation, and we're going to bring in the Smiths, and we're going to talk about what it is that makes their marriage so special. Okay, stay tuned. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Okay, so both of you guys, you've been through some battles, some many battles throughout your time, and I see that you guys have known each other since middle school. You're from an area somewhere up north. Um, okay, and you guys have started dating as young as high school. Is that true? Okay, okay, all right, sounds good. Now, you guys have two children. Okay, ages 3 and 6. All right, and I want to get into a little bit about who you guys are because I think this is very interesting. Getting together so young in this day and age, there's so many different things that you have to deal with. One, you're just getting to know yourselves. Two, you're experiencing all different type of growth changes as you try to adapt from middle school to high school and then on to college. Also, uh, it's quite interesting that it doesn't just pose some problems, but it also is a good thing. It's a good thing because before your lives get into the profession that you're going to get into, you can say that you've known each other for quite some time. Um, when one goes on to be financially set, it's kind of difficult to find out who's actually there for all the right reasons. So now that money doesn't play an issue, you guys pretty much started out as high school students. Both were dependent on your parents, and as I can see, both played an influential role on education. Is that correct? Okay, okay. And also, I really want to get into um, background, who you are. The viewers want to know who you are. I see that Mr. Smith, you were not raised in the church, so to speak, as a Christian, but you believe in God and your mother's a Christian, correct? And what about your father? Not really believing Christian, but he does believe in God. Okay, all right. So let's just say that overall you have a background that is pretty grounded in the faith. And how do you feel about attending church today? You're busy with work. Okay. That's we'll tackle that later on. Now, Mrs. Smith, you grew up in the church a little bit, but now I found out that when your brother passed away at such a young age, you blamed the church as a reason for uh, that taking place, and it was a tough time for you, and you lost your faith. And now, Mr. Smith, you were there for her at that time uh, in high school. And how was that for you guys? I know that posed some challenges, and with that, it also brought you guys closer together. Okay, and that's good. And so that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to see what it is that brought you guys together in the first place. You know, simple things like going to the movies, uh, extracurricular activities that you would do after school, helping each other with your homework. Get back to that. Flowers they were given on holidays and special occasions. Uh, Holidays spent together before the children. Okay, and we'll talk about that more in our resolutions. So now, times have changed in the 70s and the 90s. Statistics show that two people that have finished college has a higher chance of marriage success. And I know for one that I'm a product of that. That back in the 70s when my parents were together, uh, you know what? It was staying power. It was We didn't have social media. We didn't have uh, many distractions that we face today. Also, they met each other in college, and through college, they remained close to each other. And so, I think that's what brought about a higher success ratio that we see right now. Now, Mrs. Smith, I see that you're an alumni, a college grad, and Mr. Smith, you did some college schooling, and so it's safe to say that far greater than just a high school education, you guys are going to have a better chance success at marriage for the long haul, and that's good to know, because the decision making that goes along with finishing college will be better for you. You would have learned and lived life a little more than just being in high school and just starting to understand the world around you. And I think that helps with effective decision making. Now, there's some issues. Some of the issues are spending excessively, working too much, household not being managed, and lack of communication, going to bed angry, and spending more time with friends than you do with family. Now, I can tell you that those issues are issues that are very serious, and those are not just issues that you guys are going through, those are issues that many marriages face in the world today. Now, solutions that I have for you guys to take action in is both should help each other around the house. You guys built the house together. You guys are responsible for keeping the house together. I feel that you both should meet with a financial planner to produce a budget that will help you in the excessive spending category. I find that will really help. Also, set reasonable hours. One, Mr. Smith, you are an owner at your job, so you can make the hours based on the responsibilities and things that you need to take care of at the house. And so I feel that you should do that. Balance those responsibilities out, both of you, with the amount of time that you spend with your friends and the amount of time that you spend at work, coupled with the amount of time that you spend leisurely, and you will find yourself having a lot of extra time to spend with each other. Also, make a successful habit, lastly, uh, for constructively working out differences before the day ends. This will keep you from going to bed angry, and this will help make a successful marriage. This is Brandon Dalton, and saying so long from Family Life and Therapy. Take care. See you soon.